In today's society, the moment a girl tells that she is single, the assumption is that she's ready to mingle, right? And this cracks me up because I find it hilarious when people assume single, the status single translates to a Wi-Fi connection where this girl is readily available to connect to anybody and everybody out there, and that she's lonely and she's depressed and she cannot wait to connect to somebody. I mean, it's really hilarious because why in the world would you make such an assumption to begin with? It is a bloody assumption. Yes, that's all that it is. It's an assumption. It's not reality. It's not real. I still cannot come to terms with it. It's hilarious every time it occurs to me. It cracks me up. Why would somebody assume? Well, anyway, so being single doesn't necessarily mean that this person is trying to connect. I mean, it's not really confined to girls, but also to guys as well, because I think we need to come to terms with the fact that being single is a time to rejoice. I mean, imagine the long hours of sleep, a dramaless life. I mean, we already have a certain amount of drama, right? I mean, if you're human and you're moving with other human beings, there is drama in the page, right? So you're one less chapter of a drama if you're single, and the long hours of sleep. Wow, peaceful sleep, by the way. So being single is a time to enjoy life. And what I mean by enjoy is not necessarily going out and connecting with anybody and everybody sexually, right? It's far from that. It's this having fun without any destructive behavior, any destructive pattern that will harm your mind, body, and soul, which is possible, very possible. The moment you learn about yourself and the moment you appreciate your friends, your family around you, the platonic relationships, the meaningful relationships, they're the ones who would be there for the long haul. I mean, there is an uncertainty when it comes to romantic relationships. I'm not outruling it to be uncertain, but there is a possibility. But when it comes to family and good friends, they're gonna stick by you no matter what, right? They're gonna swipe you off for the next best or next hottest thing on the internet, right? Just have that at the back of your mind. Well, so being single is an absolute luxury, and you need to rejoice in it and refrain from assuming that just because somebody's single that they're wanting to connect with you sexually. Nuh-uh. Ain't that a priority for some? My priority is good sleep, to be honest. So, back to the interesting topic. I cannot talk about it because it's cracking me up, like really, on how people assume, make assumptions on the state of being single. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, wow. This is hilarious. Okay, so being single is a time to dwell into yourself, to find yourself, to find who you really are, and to get accustomed to yourself, your true self, your authentic self. And that is when you will be able to find somebody who is compatible with you. Because end of the day, if you are looking for a long-term solid relationship, the two of you need to be compatible. I mean, there needs to be a compatibility on all levels, like mentally, physically, intellectually, which is mentally, yes. And on a spiritual level, if you don't believe in spirituality, in terms of maturity, in terms of the ability to grow, the ability to look at things at the same with the same point of view, because the moment you have contrasting views, you begin to argue. I mean, yes, you do have contrasting views on certain topics, but it doesn't have to be on all topics, and that is when problem begins to arise. When you have contrasting views and on a lot of topics, you begin to divide. Right, so that's what I mean by maturity, to look in the same direction with the two of you together. Right, that is important. So before coming to that stage, you need to know yourself. You need to know what your priorities are, what you believe in, what you stand for, what are the values you inculcated in your life, or what values you want to inculcate in your children, and what are your goals in life, what do you want to achieve, what do you like, enjoy doing in life. I mean, yes, you can have, again, completely different taste in what you do to enjoy yourselves, and you can try out new things of your partner as well, and be open to new experiences. That is a growth mentality, right? That is being able to try new things and go to different places, be adventurous. So all of that, and then there are certain people who just want to stay at home, just stay at home. That's it, just watching TV on the couch, and that's okay. No, I mean, that's absolutely fine, but you need to find somebody who will be adapting to your ways. Again, it's a reciprocal relationship. It's not a one-way relationship. That's a very, very crucial point you need to remember. Irrespective of your gender or your sexual orientation, a relationship is a two-way street. So it's a give and a take. Right? It's a give and a take, and a lot of adjustments, a lot of understanding. It's basically maturity and growth. So the moment when you're single, you are loved. You're loving yourself to be your true self, as opposed to looking at somebody and imitating them. That's what a lot of people do. The moment you do that, you don't know who you are, and the moment you get into a relationship, there's a clash. There's a clash of interest, because what you are presenting yourself to be is not the true person you really are inside. So when you get into a relationship, your true nature comes to surface, and the person who is in a relationship with you was attracted to the person you were portraying to be. So when he or she figures your true self, there is a mismatch, and he or she begins to be unattracted to you, and that's valid, because you are not yourself, right? And it may be the same case with the other person as well. You must have been attracted to something that he or she was portraying themselves to be. So the moment everybody becomes confident and comfortable in being themselves, there'll be more authentic relationships, long-term, solid, meaningful, blissful, joyful relationships. That's what I'm trying to get at. So being single is a crucial period in everybody's lives, irrespective of what age you're in. To be single is a time to spend with yourself. It is a well-known quote that the moment you enjoy being by yourself is when you can enjoy being in the company of the others. First, you need to enjoy being by yourself, all alone. So, do not jump into conclusions that just because somebody is single means that they're frustrated, they're looking for somebody, they cannot wait, they cannot bear to be single, they're like waiting to connect with somebody, they're like desperate to connect to somebody. No, not at all. Well, there are some people like that. Those people are the damaged goods. Okay, I wouldn't say damaged goods, but those people have gone through traumatic experiences that they have misconstrued a lot of things in life. They are on the phase of learning. So, because of their traumatic experiences, they do not know what to do. They do not know to discern what's right from wrong, which is a valid excuse, very valid excuse, because the moment you've gone through a traumatic experience, your views change. You don't know how to evaluate the good and the bad, right? So these people need to seek help, from people who actually can help them with looking at things as it is and to get them out of that negative cycle they've put themselves into. The moment they get out of it, they will agree that being single is blissful, and they will not be readily available to connect to somebody for a short-term pleasure again. That is, once they have healed, they've addressed their issues, they have come to terms with it, and they've accepted that they need to get out of it, make a positive change, make a soulful change, and to grow towards into the future. So there are different kinds of people out there. And the other hilarious thing is people make past judgments or assumptions, and they apply that particular assumption to a vast number of people. I mean, that's generalizing. How can you generalize something for every person? I mean, all of us differ in height, weight, color of our eyes, eyebrows, hair, skin color, skin texture, teeth, tongue. You know, there are a lot of variations, and you are making an assumption and you're generalizing it. Oh my goodness, that's such a crime to all humanity. It is such a crime. And the funniest part is all these assumptions are negative assumptions, right? And none of the positive assumptions or positive feelings are applied to a general number. I don't understand why this unfortunate trend is. I mean, a positive thing is better than a negative thing, right? But people gravitate towards negative assumptions and they are rejoicing in it. That's again hilarious. It's sad. It's not a good hilarious, but it's sad. Well, so again, do not make assumptions.